ponchos were
Oh,
big.
yeah.
So I made one, and it was like 2 panels and then fringed. And my ex-daughter-in-law put it in the wash.
Oh,
And so I now have this poncho, and I have a little boy's Irish sweater that I knitted also.
Really? Oh.
That are shrunk. I'm like, well, we could show
Felt them,
that
yeah.
and felt them and make mittens.
Whoops, we're live.
Oh, we
Okay,
are.
hi everybody.
We're talking about our little issues with things being shrunk.
Okay. Well, hello and welcome to Gloria Horn Sewing Studio. And today is called Something Different. And this is Sherry and I am Joni. And so if you were on Facebook and you've never been with us before and you'd like to watch and shop with us at the end of the show, you'll need to register. So you'll go up to the comment bar, or was it down to the comment
Down.
bar? Down. Okay,
Yeah.
down to the comment bar and type in register. And then they will take you to another screen and you'll put your first name, last name, your email address, your phone number, and then you'll advance to the next screen and you have to put in a user name and password. So pick something easy and then come back and you can watch the show and then you're ready to shop with us. We are also, if you are on the app, you're all set and ready to go. If you would like to get the app, that's the easiest way to shop. You can go to the App Store and type in Gloria Horn Sewing Studio and you download the free app, and then you can watch our classes, and they're on there for up to about a year, and then it's very, very easy to shop with us. And then we are also on the gloriahorn.com website and also on Instagram. And then we're also on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Twitch. And shopping will be coming soon to YouTube and TikTok.
And
So,
Kicked, we forgot.
We Kicked? Okay,
That's something new.
That's Kicked. Yeah, I don't even know what that one is, but I'm sure some of you do. Okay. Our shipping is $8 and it's free with a $75 purchase. And we will combine orders from different shows within a 24-hour period. So there's a show this afternoon.
Yep,
Yes, Kimberbell's this afternoon. And if you order something there, we'll combine the order and you can get free shipping. Okay. And let's see, what else do we want to tell them? I think we're ready. Okay. Now we are also running out of if some of you are interested in our new machine that's coming out, the new top of the line, and we are running out of the limited edition machine, which is, you can always get a machine, but you might not be able to get the limited edition. And that one has a lot of extras that come with it and a lot of extra like bonus gifts. And I think it was supposed to value up to $5,000. Is that right, PJ?
I think so.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous like that.
Because something. So if you were thinking about the new machine, you should put your $500 refundable deposit on the machine so that you can get in line for a limited edition one. Okay. So let's see who's all here. We got people from California.
Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas. And it's too hot to go outside. Geez, I'm so tired of the hot weather, but I know in Arkansas it must be really, really hot. Really hot. And there's Carol.
Hey, Carol.
Yeah. So
good to see everybody today.
Yeah. So what are we going to do today?
Well, I have a show and tell.
Okay.
So I have twin grandchildren in Florida. And we found these really nice towels at Home Goods that were marked down really, really, but they're so cute. They are hooded beach towels.
Yeah, they are very cute.
And they're really nice. And it's a woven fabric on the outside and then a really soft terry on the inside.
And you got them at Home Goods?
I got them at Home Goods. So you might want to check, if you're nearby, check their clearance. And they're Pottery Barn Kid, I think. So they're,
oh, really?
Yeah. we paid $8 for some and 5 for other ones.
Now
so,
let them see your embroidery.
so really
she,
nice.
She embroidered them for her twin grandchildren, a boy and a girl.
Yep. So
he got a gray and she gets a pink.
and hers is pink and gray.
Oh, is it pink and gray? Oh, okay.
It was hard to figure out what you wanted to do on the pink because you didn't want to put too much pink. But I like that. I thought that came out nice. And I have an Altair, so these were built-in fonts on my Altair.
And then you picked 2 different ones.
I picked 2 different ones. One that looks a little more feminine.
Like for a girl. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was really proud of myself because I managed to get most of it on there.
Yeah.
On the line.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, this will be easy to do. You can put it on the line. So
Yeah.
I tried. So that was my fun last week.
That's really
I've not
really
nice. Sewed a whole
so
lot
run to
of
Home
stuff.
Goods and then buy and then come here and get an embroidery machine.
Yeah, they're really. I've been trying to use it more and more because I'm really kind of new to embroidery, and I've been trying to do different things each time, and it's every different project seems to need a different stabilizer too.
Yeah,
So-
it does. Yeah.
So we're learning that.
Good.
But
I like the straight because that helps
Yeah.
you to line things up.
Much easier.
Yeah, and you can get it in the hoop a little straighter, easier because you could just line up the the edges. so
I
that-
did I got the 6x10 magnetic hoop, which was nice because you can feel the ridges of them and you don't have to pull them around. And then when you put the top on, you still have enough give that you can straighten it. So
Yeah. Did you have
So
to
it was
use
really
a
good.
topping?
no, because it's woven.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a woven. On a regular towel, you have to use a topping when you do any embroidery so that the loops don't get caught. With that, you don't because it's woven.
Okay.
And it's
Good.
flat, so
Yeah.
it's really
so
nice.
it was quick. A quick
Yeah,
project.
so those are going off to Florida this week.
Okay.
So,
Good.
Up today is our Aloha dress, which is, this is the pattern. And the kit has 9 different fat quarters and then a half a yard of another one, a regular one, for the lining, the bodice and the lining, and then the ties. And then it also comes with this pretty little zipper.
Yes, Sue
Which we'll
says
use
this is a
that.
fun dress to sew.
Yeah, it really is.
It does look like it's fun.
So, and the finished dress is here. And so this one, when I did the skirt, I did what I thought like a rainbow of colors. And on the one we're doing together, I did them dark, light, dark, light.
Okay.
So you can really do this anyway. If you like a certain grouping of them and you want to do this is one colorway,
Yeah,
and
that
do the
is.
whole dress, you could do it really anyway. The fat quarters, and I'm sure some of you probably have a few fat quarters at home, the fat quarters make it really easy for cutting. So with the pattern, it comes with this template. The template is a 10-degree ruler,
Okay.
which they specifically said in the pattern a Phillips, which I'm not familiar with that company, but that was the one they offered. So, but this piece is what you use. And I'm not going to cut these all out because this is something you definitely can do at home. With your fat quarters, you do them, you cut them this way. And then this one was 14. So I think when you do a size 8, you need a little bit, I think you have to turn it the other way. But what you're going to do, okay, I did mine 14. All right. So you follow the grain line, and where's our ruler?
Yeah, I think.
So the first piece, you're going to take the edge and you line up the grain line so it's straight. So when you cut out this piece, then you're going to flip it this way, and you're going to cut out your second piece. And by starting at the selvage, that's going to actually give you another piece, so you can get 5 wedges
Okay.
out of one.
Mm-hmm.
And
So how many
under here.
wedges did you need total?
So you get 36.
36. Okay.
36. So this is what it would look like.
And what
I have
size
one,
does
two.
this?
This is a 2 to an 8.
Okay.
So you'd have 1, 2, and then you have enough to do another one. So you have 5. So you want to cut out your individual back quarter pieces. You want to cut those out. I lay them on top of each other and cut them also, so I can. We've learned a lot of quick cutting things here because we do so much. But that would be that. That's how you cut those.
Somebody wants to see the back. It's
Oh
really
yeah, the back's
cute.
really cute.
Yeah, that's the design of the dress. Look up, that has that little
It has-
scoop
it
and
has
then the
loop
bow.
and the loops.
Mm-hmm.
The loops on the back. You run the tie from the front to the loop, through the loops, and then tie it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
And
it's a really nice back.
Yeah. She has the
Then
lace
we have
zipper.
the fancy zipper on it.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to zoom in or
Sure,
anything.
sure.
Yeah. Okay. So you
We're
can
zooming
see
on the tie, right?
On the zipper.
Zipper.
the zipper. Yeah.
Yeah, there
so
you go.
Yeah. Looks like a nice, cool dress for
Yeah, for the
somebody.
weather we've been having.
Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So the other thing, once you get your pieces cut, is you want to figure out how you want to lay them out. So with this one, and I serged all of this, and I'll serge the last 2 pieces on too together. But this one, see, it's a little different. Is I did like dark light, dark light.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit different from the first one I made.
Mm-hmm.
So again, what we do is we're going to go, okay, next to this, what do I have left? Okay, so this one is going to go next to it. And when we sew with these, you want to make sure you start at the bottom. When we start at the bottom, they may be a little bit off, so we're going to give them a little bit of a tug. You can do this on the sewing machine if you don't have a serger, but it's really nice to do it on the serger.
Yeah.
You zip through, and I actually put this together, and it's 25. So I did these 25 in about 40 minutes this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it goes really fast.
What size, did you answer this already? What size does the pattern make?
Yeah.
2 to an 8. And
2
this,
to an 8.
just like the Children's Corner patterns, this one also comes with, I'll show you the pieces that you'll need. So for the actual bodice, you need a front and a back. And there's a little tiny piece. This one is the loop facing when we're going to do the loop, and then it comes with the wedge. And each size has its own pieces. So you'll have a front and a back, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And this was a really nice pattern for multi-sizes. I don't like the patterns that I have to get pattern-ease and trace it out, because you don't want to cut the pattern.
Yeah, I like that they give you all
Yeah.
the sizes
You have
of
all
patterns.
of them. Yep, you have all of them to play
You can
with.
get sewing faster
Exactly.
instead of tracing the pattern.
Exactly. So we're going to finish the skirt, and we'll gather that. But then the top. So with the top, I use the same fabric. I think it's just as easy to do that rather than bring another. There's already a lot of colors into it. So you have the front, the back, and then you also cut a tie. And the front page of the instructions, there's a chart for sizing, and then there's a chart for cutting. So it tells you the front, the back, and the ties, and it tells you how big you need to do it. They also put optional pockets on. I really didn't want to put pockets in it because then it would be a definite, like I had to figure out where the sides were going to be. And I was like, nah.
Okay.
This is a fun dress. I don't really think it needs pockets. So that's the first one. And then we have the little facing for the ties. We don't need to put any interfacing in it because it doesn't have any buttons. There really isn't anything that needs any extra stability in it. So, all right. So let's go to the serger. And today we're using the Acclaim.
The Acclaim is a 4-thread serger, and you can sew with 4, 3, or 2 threads, and you can do all of your overlocking and flat locking, rolled hem. You can also do the wave stitch.
All right, so we are going to, this threads very much like the other machines that we love. So I start with a lower looper, and we've locked go to threading, we lock it, and then thread comes through, and we do the upper looper. And hear it click in place. Again, magic of the air. Oop. Helps if you have it loose and don't catch it on that. Okay, and then your threads, the needle threads. And I am doing this a 4-thread.
That's a nice. It has the nice needle thread.
Yes,
Yep.
it
Just
does.
like the,
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It's really good on your eyes.
Yeah, she just holds the thread about where it should be, and then the air will pull it
You
in.
got it?
Mm-hmm.
And then when she lifts it up, it pulls it the rest of the way through.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we are spoiled. These are really nice sergers. All right, then we go back to serging. And, my blade.
What'd you set your blade to?
My blade was down. We wanted the blade up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Probably a 2, maybe a 3.5.
2 and 3.5. Is that what it
Does
was?
that sound like a good 2?
I usually do 3.
You do 3?
Yeah, but it,
Okay.
there is a chart that it comes with, and it gives you the range it should be, and I think it's like 2.5 to 3.5. So I
Okay.
always put it right in the middle.
Okay.
And that's your stitch length.
Yes.
I'm sliding.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a rug here.
You do.
Oh. All right. So on to the next piece. My dress is on the floor. So the next piece to add is the pink one, because that's what's moving along in that direction. So the pink one, and you put it under to start. Okay. And then what I like to do is go up to the top to make sure that it's going to match, and hold on to the top of it, and then stitch. And it doesn't really need to take a whole lot of it off. All right, so that's one. And then you just keep adding until you have what you think is enough. Again, this one is, I did three wedges of each color. So we'll have 27. This one is a size 2. All right. So what you want to do is press them all in the same direction, which we should be pretty warm. And it's funny when you press these, you can tell batik, well, I don't know, maybe you don't know this, but batiks are made with wax.
Yes.
And you can smell the wax. It
Yeah.
smells a little waxy when you're stitching them. Yeah, the colors of these. And batiks in bright colors, you can usually find. The darker colors are harder to find.
Okay,
All right, can
over
you still
here.
see us?
Yeah, if you could, yeah, that's good.
Yep. And we're using our favorite iron, which we always use.
Yeah, our Panasonic cordless iron. We love that.
And with the tails, you can cut the tails on these, not too close, but just trim them, because both the top and the bottom will be finished, so you don't have to worry about
Yeah, securing
them. Yeah. All right, so this is all going to the right. Yeah, can you smell the wax?
Yeah.
Definitely, it's definitely different than doing regular cotton. Okay, so because we're not doing a regular zipper, we'll put the seam allowances vary on these. They're 3/8 for most of it, and the back seam is 1/2 of an inch.
Okay.
So, do you want to gather first?
What did you?
Okay.
Is that what you're going to do? Gather?
Yeah, I was going to
Okay.
gather
Why
this.
don't you do it?
Okay.
The way she's going to show you how to gather with the sewing machine, and then I'm going to show you how to use the gathering foot and also how to gather on the serger. So
multiples.
you'll learn 3 different ways to gather.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and then
Let's see, I'm going to slide this chair out
yeah,
of the way.
okay, yeah, no.
Have it roll out of the way. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You have
it's
to
like
kind of hold on to
It's
your
like
seat.
a ride at Kennywood.
Yeah.
All right. So this one has a 1/2 inch. Let's go to sewing. This is a 1/2 inch seam allowance at the waist. So I'm going to put my length up to 5, because I want a basting that's longer to gather. And I will start it at the end. But what I'd like to do is, because it's a lot more fabric, I would do 3 rows of gathering. Let's do it from the right side. I think.
And how
see.
big is your seam allowance on that one?
Nope, it's good. I'm going to do it on the wrong side because the seam goes it's a 1/2 an inch.
Okay.
So the first one I'm going to do is 5/8 because it'll be below the seam. When you do gathering, you try not to put the gathering where your seam allowance is. But when you have this many things to gather, I like to do a 3rd one. All right, nothing's locked. All right, so yeah, I thought this was better since it would keep my seams down after all that pressing. And I know there are various ways. Sometimes they'll tell you to take a zigzag over like an embroidery cotton or
Mm-hmm.
or a heavier weight, which is also good, but I think our three methods will give you a good choice.
Okay,
Caught on the
Jody.
serger thread.
Okay, let's see.
I was going to ask the stupid question, so you can cover this one. This
Okay,
one's
5/8 is more than a 1/2 inch. I thought you did not want to gather the show. You'll take that one out, right?
Right, the gathers, the gathers come out.
Yeah, so so she can, she'll sew a 1/2 inch, so there'll be one that will show and that one will come out.
Right. So then the next one, I would run my presser foot along that line, so I know they're going to be parallel, but also it's not going to be on the stitching line. So this one is probably 3/8.
Let's see what else.
You don't realize how long it is until you start, until you start to stitch the length of it.
Why not use a gathering foot?
Well,
We're going to show you.
Yeah, we're going to show you how to do that. I guess we wanted, this is the way that we learned many years ago.
Before they had a gathering foot.
Before they had the gathering foot. So we wanted to, it's good to know, about a basting stitch and,
Absolutely.
and gathering it up. So,
Okay, and then I would run one more,
mm-hmm.
and I would do it just close to this one.
Mm-hmm.
Just because,
Let me see if I
again, you
can
have a
get a
lot
little
of
bit closer.
gathers, and it helps to tame them. This one's probably at 1/4. You don't want to go off the edge.
So when did you first discover a gathering foot, or when did they come out with a gathering foot?
Well, it's been a while. Yeah, I know it's a very popular foot when people always want the gathering foot. So I think we go back, we go way back.
You don't have to say.
Yeah,
You don't have to
yeah,
say.
we don't have to
You don't
say,
have to say.
we go way back. I'm sure the gathering foot also goes way back, but
All right, let's. Do you want to come up to the table?
yeah. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
I feel like I'm sliding away. All right, so then
This was my question too, Carol. How is the ruffling foot different than the
Okay.
gathering foot?
Yeah, the ruffling foot, the gathering foot. I'm going to show it to you today, and it will just gather. Okay, and the ruffling foot will gather, but it will also pleat. And if you have a heavier fabric, it's probably better to use the ruffler than the gathering foot.
and the ruffler also it has like
Yes,
an arm
Yeah,
that
it kind
goes
of
in,
pushes the fabric,
and it
to
makes
gather
it looks more pleated
Interesting.
than gathered.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So you have 2 sets of threads. You have your bottom, your bobbin threads, and your top threads. And people have different preferences to what they like, but I'm pulling bottom bobbin thread because it's actually on the front, and then it'll make it look better. So then we gather.
I thought
And
this
but-
was so cool the first time you showed this a while ago. I had no idea you
But
could
you
do
have
this
a
with basting stitches.
lot of gathering
Yeah, you do.
to do.
Mhm. Did they give you like a measurement to gather?
No,
that?
we have to put our top
Yeah,
together.
okay.
But I just want to, because this takes a while. The skirt, it's not going to take you a long time, but I didn't want to sit and sew the skirt together with all those panels.
Mm-hmm.
But thought at least if we could get this started so that we'll get some of the top put together today. All right, so that's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see it's very even. If you need to move, like, oh, we have too much purple, you just sort of spread them out
Mm-hmm.
and they move.
Okay.
All right, so do you want to,
Do you want? While you work on that, I'll show them how to
Okay.
how to use the gathering foot.
okay,
Okay, so
Yep.
I have scraps of fabric, but we're going to go over to the sewing machine. I'll show you how to put the gathering foot on, and okay, so okay, and I need a little screwdriver.
Do you still need a screwdriver?
Yes, I
Oh,
got one
that's
over
right.
here. Yeah, I
We
have
have
this.
these little.
the fancy ones?
Yeah, the little screws. These little screwdrivers are really cute.
I don't know how fancy, but they're compact
yeah.
sewing machine screwdrivers. We have them. They're in the bubble right now.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
this is the ruffling foot, and this is the gathering foot, and all right, so this is it, and so we're going to open this up, and so that's what my foot will look like. Okay, and then they always give you really good instructions to set up how to set your machine up for the particular technique, and so what we're going to do is
So I better put this one in the bubble. Go ahead. You continue.
okay. Yeah, so there's my instructions, and it just says to use a basting or center position needle straight stitch, and the longest stitch setting, and then also it tells you to put your tension up. Okay, the tension should be between 6 and 9. Okay, so what we'll do is, now the thing is, when you go to put this machine, do you see how short this is right here? Okay, the ankle where connects to the ankle. This is meant for a low shank machine. And yesterday we talked about low shank and high shank machines. Your low shank will be from the soprano on down. So you're the soprano, the lyric, the brilliant, the presto. Those are all low shank machines. So you can just put this on. Now the high shank, you need to put that adapter on.
So
And
the Solaris is a high shank
Yeah.
machine.
So the Solaris is a high shank. It's
Maybe you could show me the difference.
okay. So this one. So I'm going to take off the
I have to get
ankle.
down.
Okay. So this is. Do you see how high that ankle is?
Yes.
Yeah. So on the low shank machines, it's a much shorter ankle. So this would be the Solaris, the Altair, the Destiny, the Ballad and the Chorus, and the Journey, Unity, the Aerial. So those are all high shank machines. So you need to make it a low shank. So what you'll do is you'll take out your they called it adapter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay. And and this comes with the machine, and you'll find it probably in that little white pouch that you got with your machine. And the screw comes separate, so you have to kind of go in and get the adapter and the screw. And once I have it, I always put the screw back on, so it's always there when I don't have to look for it again. So we're just going to take that screw out, and now we're going to take the adapter, and I do have to take this completely out. And do you see how the needle bar is kind of curved on the right side, and so is that. It's curved on the right side. So we're going to take this out and then put it in, and then take your screw and put it back in. So you kind of have to feel for it. Let's see, and then we'll tighten that up.
Okay, so now I get it. The shank is higher up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we have, I'm going to Just tighten this, make sure this is on nice and tight. And so now I've lengthened it. Okay. So then we're going to take this, and this is going to, here, I'll put this in. So if you have a low shank machine, you can just put it on like I'm doing now. You'll have your needles, you'll have your screw, and you'll just put the ankle up and then tighten up the screw.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So how about the crescendo? Is the crescendo a high or low shank?
That's a high.
That's
That's
high
like
shank.
a course.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna do the a jubilant unboxing.
Yeah, that's
Breaking news.
yes. What?
What we forgot is during this show we were gonna show them the tunic pattern
Yeah.
and the
well,
fabric
yeah,
to go with
we
it.
have
You
it.
have it ready?
I don't have the fabric, but
Fabric.
I have the.
I'll
Yeah.
go get the fabric.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Can you add it?
Yeah.
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 All right.
okay.
Breaking
All right.
news. Okay.
All right.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay.
You have the pattern right here.
Mhm, right there.
Right there.
Mhm. Okay.
Fantastic.
It's I think
That's
2
Yeah.
1/8 yards.
Okay. So I'm going to select the. So I have it
We
on
just
now,
read-
Mhm.
and I'm going to go in and I'm going to select. Go to the menu number 1, the utility stitch menu, and I'm going to select stitch number 8, and that is the basting stitch. And so you can see my stitch length is 5, and also look at the tension. Oh, geez, I didn't mean to touch that. Okay, so the tension, the length is at 5,
Oh,
and
that
the
is
tension's at
wider.
1. So it automatically adjusts
Ours
the
is 60.
tension to
3
1,
would be
and that makes
plenty.
it easier to take out. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to use that, and then I'm just going to take
Maybe
us,
2 3/4.
and then,
Do you, Gloria, do you
okay, but on this,
want, Gloria,
we
do you
don't
want
want
that to
our
be-
tension at 1
you want
because
that
we
to
want
be-
it to gather. So normally, if I were going to do it the way that Sherry did it, I would put my length at 1 and my length at 5 and my tension at 1. But I need to raise the tension. So we're going to bring it up. Let's try 6. We want it to gather. Okay. All right. So we're going to try 6. The instructions says between 6 and 9. So I'm just going to lay my fabric here. And then we'll take this and we'll start to sew. And do you see how it's gathering? Now I can raise my tension a little bit and get more gathers. Let's go up to 7, like that. There you go. So I'm getting more. Okay, and then so I have that here. We'll go up here, and then I'm going to stop, and I'm going to show you something else that you can do with it. So we're going to cut the thread, and usually I like my tails long on this, so I'm not going to cut my thread. Let's just raise it, and we'll cut it right here, and that way you can adjust the gathers if you need to. So if you want it, you can pull on them a little bit, just like Sherry did. But now I'm going to gather this side, and I'm going to sew it to a flat piece. So we're going to put right sides together. I'm going to put my fabric underneath here. And this is another reason why I chose that stitch, because the needle's in the left position. And I'll show you what I mean. We're going to put this underneath, and there's a slot there. And you put this piece in here.
Let me make sure we can see that slot
Yeah,
there.
okay, like that. So I have my piece that's going to gather underneath, and then we're going to put the piece that it's going to attach to in the slot. So this piece will not gather, just the underneath side. And so and you can see I can't pull it the whole way through. So it's good to have your needle in the left position, because if it were in the center, this seam would just be too narrow.
Right.
Yeah. So we're going to take this, and I kind of hold it so that it's kind of hold it separately, you know, like that, okay? There we go. And if you put a little bit of tension on the top layer, you'll get even more gathers. And I just mean, you don't hold on to it real tight, but just put a little bit of tension on that, and you'll get even more gathers. Okay. And then you, there we go. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just gonna see how many. And I don't know if some of you may have watched our twirly skirt project that we did on the serger. And this is basically what I did for the whole twirly skirt. So then I'm going to cut the thread and we'll just take a look at that. So I have there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So that's what our little gathering foot can do. And then so you can just gather if you want, and then if you want to attach it to something, you can do that.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been around for a long time, and people always say they never lose the wow for that. Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
never knew that either, Karen, and I'm blown away.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, you all need the gathering foot. Yeah.
I
Okay.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, so that's what
Now,
it looks like
Are you
inside.
going to gather on the serger?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I guess we'll do that now. Okay. So now on the serger, I have the let's see, I have the
Right, that's that. When you have the two rough, so you need the the pink one.
Yeah, now just this there's of course there's two. There's one for the 8-thread machines, there's and that would be in the green packaging, and then there's one in the pink packaging for the 4-thread machine. So I have the Acclaim, you know. Now I'll sit on the chair.
So
Wait, it's sliding.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah, there we go.
they call this a ruffling foot on
Yeah,
the
they do.
packaging.
That they call it on the package a ruffling foot. And I don't know if some of you watched us yesterday, but I was talking about cording and piping, and they call it a cording foot, but the letter on it is a P5. So this is the same thing. They call it the ruffling foot, but when you open it up, it has a G on it. So, so there is a little G on it.
Wonder who names those.
But they're not really synonymous, ruffling and gathering, because you said they're slightly different.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
They're just very similar. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, there again, you have your instructions, and the only adjustments I need to make on this is here, and they always give you a picture. So, of the foot. So they give you a picture so you can kind of look. Now, right here, it looks like they're just gathering, and this one they're putting the fabric underneath. But you need a 4-thread overlock, which we're all set up. You need your differential feed up on 2. Okay, so the differential feed is right here are 2 sets of feed teeth. I'll take this off so you can kind of see that. There's
Joni,
2.
which is an Imagine a 4 or an 8? Right.
Imagine is 4.
So this would work on an Imagine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there are 2 sets of feed teeth, and when this differential feed is on normal, they sew together, the same speed. But sometimes when you sew on a knit, it stretches. So what you would do is speed up the front set so that it pushes the fabric through before it stretches. Okay. So depending on how stretchy it is, you go two little clicks up. If it's really stretchy, then you go the whole way up. And then sometimes when you sew on a lightweight fabric, it puckers. So you slow down the front set by bringing it down. And when it slows down, it holds the fabric taut so that it won't pucker. So what we want to do is we want it to gather. We want to push it through. So we're going to bring it all the way up to 2. And then, so that's okay. So a differential feed set on 2. We're using both needles, the ruffling foot. We want the knife engaged. And the tension, we don't have tension to worry about here. And then the stitch length on 4. So the longer your stitch length, just like on the sewing machine, the more gathers you'll get. So the stitch length is right here, and then we'll put that on 4. Okay, then, so we're all set up. And one time we had a baby lock educator I'm going to grab my fabrics right here, come to the store, and I learned the most valuable thing I ever learned was she said, you need to prime, this one looks like it was already done. She says you need to prime your foot. And so when you open it up, it's going to look like that, okay? But you take it and you bend it back. So she called it prime. It was just a nicer word for bend, okay? And that was most valuable. There's a couple of things that I've learned through the years, and that was one of them, okay? So you definitely get more gathers. So this one, you will just put that on. And it makes it a little harder because to get it on because it is bent. It is,
Because it's primed.
Yeah, because it's primed. There we go. Okay, so there again, I can. Yeah, see how I'm rolling away. Yeah. Okay, and there's the
Into your
foot control
carpet.
right here. Whoops.
Foot control sliding away too.
We need that. Where's that?
Okay, so
Gypsy,
here.
yeah, the pedal pad, Gypsy pedal
Okay.
pad.
So we have this. There we go. Okay. So there it is. And then I can also take another piece and sew it to the flat edge. So I'll put right sides together. And we'll just slide that in. Here, we'll put the needles down in. Like that. Same thing, slide it in. And you can see it's not really going to cut off too much of that piece. And then there again, this one's going to feel like it's kind of growing on you, while the other underneath side, it feels like it's shrinking up on you.
Okay.
There we go. And there it is. Does a really amazing job. So that's it with the, attached to the flat, and then here it is with the gathers.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We are so lucky to have Joni with us here.
Yeah. So that's a really nice foot. And you can also gather with your cover stitch too. So I think some people asked yesterday, and I don't think we answered them, but what's the difference between the cover stitch machine and the regular serger? The cover stitch, if you all look at, you probably have like a t-shirt on or something, and it has,
PJ does.
yeah,
Oh, I do.
yeah, PJ does.
My t-shirt's quite dirty from.
Yeah. Okay, he doesn't want to show it. Okay.
Oh, here. No, wait. It's
Yeah.
here. It's on the bottom of this.
Yeah, okay, that's
Okay.
it. Yeah. The cover stitch
Can you do a
Is the
close-up of it?
two.
yeah, it has 2 rows of stitching on top, and underneath is the looper stitch, so it looks like a serge stitch, a serger stitch. So this is the 2 needles, and then the looper thread. And this is actually a 2-thread wide, and you can do a 3-thread or a 2-thread wide or a 2-thread narrow. And you can also do the chain stitch, which is just 1 needle. But I always say that if you're short, you really need the cover stitch because, so many knit pants and knit T-shirts and things like that. And you can also use the gathering foot with the cover stitch. So if you want to do like some decorative stitching, you can do that. So
Right.
so that's our different ways to gather.
Okay. So next week we will put the bodice together,
Okay.
and then we'll put the whole thing together.
Liz says
But-
she learned how to gather in '68 in home economics.
Yeah, and she probably did the basting stitch and then pulled the threads. And remember, we used to wrap them around a figure 8.
On a pin.
Yeah. The only thing is, if the thread ever broke, it was like, oh no.
You have to start
Start again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. This might be a loaded question. Which one do you like better?
Well, I really like there's the serger one, but if you I would want one for both machines. There's different times. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
You did the serger gathering on that tree skirt.
Yes.
That-
yes. Yeah.
That was really heavy fabric, so that was probably better to do it on a serger.
Yeah. Hmm. That one, I guess it was a tree skirt, so I assume it was probably like late last year, like maybe in November or December. And I should have brought that one over with me, but we put a ruffle on it. And
We had it here last week.
we did?
Yeah, because
Okay.
we showed it because it had the wave stitch on it.
Yeah, it has the
think
wave
Steve took it
stitch and the
back.
ruffling. So if you want to look
Can I scooch
through
you
our
guys this way?
if you want to look through our app, and you can go through, and it was, like I said, it's probably around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So the next big something different is
Because Gloria
Gloria brought the
came-
fabric back.
She brought the fabric, yeah.
And we showed you this tunic last week, the tunic pattern, but we actually have her made.
Yeah, so somebody said they bought the ruffling foot for the soprano. So we will be showing that because yesterday we showed those little placemats, and they use the ruffling foot. So she says she hasn't been brave enough to try it, but don't worry about it because we're going to show it.
I think the ruffling foot is intimidating because here's one.
Yeah, it
I mean,
looks like
if you
like
look
a
at the
ring.
picture and you think, what the heck am I supposed to do with that? Because there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably why
Mm-hmm.
we're intimidated by that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But it is a good foot.
But we're going to be talking about that tomorrow, I believe.
Okay.
In detail on the Thursday night show.
Okay.
So-
Because that's with the
Um,
that pillow that Deb did.
yes,
Yes.
the crushed ruffle pillow. From
Yes.
Love to Stitch.
Love to Stitch.
Yes,
Yep.
love to stitch. Yeah. So watch.
So the trunk show, I think they have.
Yeah, they have a really nice trunk show. They're a machine embroidery company, and they have beautiful, beautiful digitizing. So if you, so watch tomorrow night.
You could watch yesterday's show.
Yeah, to
or-
get it started.
But we're
Yeah.
going to go into further detail, I think, tomorrow night
Right.
at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Busy.
Yeah.
All right. So the tunic, I know, can we see it or do we need it up?
Can you raise it up onto the...
Yeah. Here, is it heavy? I don't know. There you go.
No, it's just
Okay.
awkward.
Okay, so it's really a nice tunic. I really like it.
So the tunic pattern was the one we showed last week. It was grain line, and this is a beginner pattern, and it's called the uniform tunic. It has pockets in the front. The neckline, you have a choice of scoop neck or V-neck. This one we opted for option 3. And I
might be
think
too
that's the way
high
we're going to
now.
do it. Is it.
Yeah, it might be too high. So here.
Here, let's do...
It definitely looks better on the mannequin than hanging.
Maybe
not
if we
hanging.
put it back here, and then you can,
We got a model.
Here, you want it
Somebody's
here?
got to put it on.
yeah.
Who's it made for? Gloria.
Gloria. Yeah.
If we had something like... Oh,
Okay,
let's...
Can you put it right
so
on there?
Jacqueline
Sure.
says she
Let's
ruffles
shift the serger
her ruffling.
over.
She loves to ruffle
Just
lace.
right in here, and then I'll put this
Okay.
right here. That might be perfect.
Oh, there you go. Is that better?
Yeah, so Carol's going to get one because she liked those designs that we showed yesterday. They were very nice. Okay.
Okay, so there's that. And then we will put kits
Here,
together.
You're gonna kind of zoom in.
Yeah, that's the pattern. And we have 4 different colors. We have the rust, just so you have an idea. We don't have them, they'll be ready for tomorrow probably.
I'm gonna post these right after this show.
Yeah,
I think it might be a little too much for me to enter right now, but
Yeah.
immediately after the show, check our app because we'll have fabric kits for these tunics there.
right. Yeah, we'll have fabric kits ready. So we have a lighter gray, a darker gray, and a blue gray.
Yeah, and the blue
So
gray.
Gray seems to be the theme here. And then
I like
we have
the blue
rust too.
I like the blue one.
Yeah.
That's pretty. It's really nice fabric. You know, it looks.
Yeah, it's very soft.
Yeah, it's a knit and it has a ribbing to it.
It'll be really good when the weather gets cold,
Mm-hmm.
which we don't really want that, but we do
Yeah.
at the same time.
And do we want to? I can
so
zoom
hot.
in.
So this.
I'm calling them because I'm not sure the fabric content. So I'm going to call them right
Oh,
now.
okay.
But I
Okay.
love it. Now, this one,
Yeah, do we have
Let
the
me zoom in
rest?
we
on
have
this.
enough for 3 more tops. This is great, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's
I really- I
gorgeous.
love
Yeah,
that.
it looks
But,
so
they're
like
getting
it
more
shimmers.
in 6 weeks. So if we sell out of this one, go to waitlist on it, then I'll know how much to order, and we'll just leave it in waitlist till it comes in. And so that's what they call that one, cinnamon stick.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Now the others, the other 3, we have enough for 4 kits right now, but my supplier has tons in stock.
Okay.
Yeah, of these 3 colors.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, so that's good.
Perfect.
Okay, and I thought we'd do a special opening deal. So to do the top is 2 3/4 yards. Okay,
Right.
so
And this one runs, let's see,
Here, let me give you
my
a mic.
favorite, a 0.
yeah.
That's nothing. How can it be a 0?
Can I-
Yeah.
can I
It
give
runs
you-
0 to
Okay.
18.
Okay. Now you know the pattern comes in 2 sizes. There's
Okay.
2 packages. So this one is the 0
Oh, with
to
the
18.
pink.
And then
Should
it
I run
goes.
get the other one? But PJ, maybe it's in
yeah,
the
could-
lineup already because it comes 0 to 18, and then there was another one
Is
that
it the
was
cup size that's
Yeah, I
making the
think it
difference?
changes.
And one's a
no,
B
because
yeah.
cup
it
and
went
one's a
all the
C
way
cup?
to 20 something.
Yeah, but I think
other
then
one.
that's
I
what
can
they
run
did
and
in the
get one.
tamarack jacket. They changed the cup size.
Yeah, they
for
did.
the large ones.
Yeah.
This is size 0 to 18 in the bubble here.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
And what was the other size?
Then the other is it in the is it?
I'll put it in.
Well, I'm not sure, so I have to go run and get one. But I'm
Well-
hoping somebody entered it.
But we'll make sure we put both of them in after the show.
Yeah,
so we'll
after
have
this
both of
show,
them in.
you're going to see a notification on your app. If you have the app, you'll get notified and you'll see these products pop up in your home feed.
Yeah. So I think it looks really good, Sherry.
It does.
She
Thank you.
made it
Yeah.
in an afternoon. She did.
I came in and they said, "Oh, good, you're here. You're sewing."
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
It looks
yeah.
like the other size
Remember, you
is-
guys
And
are
we're
on
going to serve
screen.
you.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
we have
Look
to
in the
keep
middle.
moving
Keep
over.
moving over.
Okay,
Over. There
okay,
you go. Okay.
the other size is 14 to 30.
Okay.
Oh.
14 to 30, and I think it was C cup.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, so that's great.
Mhm.
Okay,
So we'll have to see how
and
much
I
fabric we
love
need.
this. So I'm gonna look up. Usually, I don't buy anything unless it's cotton, because it's just more comfortable. I'm so uncomfortable in
Yeah.
polyester.
Yeah.
I don't know whether other people are like me, but
It's
I
too
don't
hot.
know.
Hmm.
Every other stuff
That's
knit
really
we've bought
soft.
has been here I'll go in. Every other stuff knit has been 95% cotton, 5% lycra, but they didn't list it on their website. So I'm going to call them and find out
just
what
make
it's made
sure.
out of. Yeah. I was holding them to see if they made a ribbing dyed to match. And but you know what?
We don't need
I
ribbing.
don't want ribbing.
No.
No. What was I
It's
thinking?
Yeah.
restricting.
Yeah, and like we don't want it tight at the bottom. We don't want ribbing around our
No,
neck unless
no.
it's really loose. Like so that I love that. I love it with the pockets, the tunic, everything.
Yeah.
it's everything we need. So I
Good.
got to try that one on. That you did it in a 14, right?
I think so. Somebody else was cutting it out.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So we'll find out and we'll let
I
you
think it
know.
was at
So we
14.
we won't start sewing it next week.
No.
Next week we will have, these are our best knits. I've been hoarding these for months and months and months to come up with a good project for it. But next week I'm going to dig up all of our other knits. So,
Okay.
you know, we do have really nice knits.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna we'll finish this next week, and then
Okay.
probably the following week, then we can start.
Yeah, so you could, so if they want to get in on this, and if you really like the cinnamon stick, be watching for that notification, and PJ will get that entered, and we could go back on once you get it entered, PJ. Why don't we do that? You know,
We're gonna be
do
back-
what you're doing now,
We're gonna be
and then
back
once you
on
get it
at-
entered, we'll go back on.
We're gonna be back on at 3
Yeah, no, I'm
o'clock.
allowed to tell people this,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So, okay, all right, okay. So we're good. Okay, all right, we're good?
All right.
Or do you need to run off?
Do you have anything else that
no,
we
I think
needed
we're-
to?
Yeah, well, I
look
thought
at?
maybe Kathy was giving you.
Yeah, I can go over and help her. Oh, yeah, I'll go over and help her. She's putting something through synchrony.
Oh, okay. Joni will help.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joni's better on the cash register than I am, so.
But here's the
Here, move on.
size 14 to 30 pattern in the bubble now.
Okay.
And so those
So,
two sizes are available.
now see, the
Okay.
reason why this, it hangs so nice and everything is it is a thicker knit, a more
Yeah.
ounces to the yard
Yeah.
knit, and that's gonna, you don't want to get a knit that's too lightweight. So wait for us because we will have more of the stuff knits. I'm gonna go this afternoon. I'm gonna grab you, Sherry. That'll be fun.
And we'll see what else we
And
can
buy
find.
some more of the knits because I love these, but there might be some other ones that I
especially
like.
As older women, we don't want a little thin.
No,
wimpy knit.
it'll
We need-
cling.
Yeah, we need something that has a little more stability, and it looks nicer on everybody. They just hang nicer when they have a little more
Yeah,
weight to them.
and you know what Tommy's working on? He's wants me to get it set up. I have to take yarn back with me. But what's hot right now with all the shirts is like for Halloween, you do in yarn boo and
Oh.
all that with a yarn
With
couching.
the couching.
But we just are limited by what's built into the machine, and we want words like that. Like for Valentine's Day, we want a shirt that says love in script with the yarn, and he's trying to digitize that.
Oh, nice.
So yeah,
Yay.
in the middle of Star of Wonder, every once in a while he has to take a break from it, but he's coming to the end. Ruth Ann and I are sewing out the Star of Wonder, and then Kathy cornered him, and he digitized it, and it's tomorrow night we're gonna show a farmhouse flannels.
They're so
Woolly
cute.
lambs. Oh my gosh,
really
they're so cute. Yeah. Just wait till you see. Tomorrow night we're gonna have a whole bunch of neat new things. So, okay. What else did we need to show in the lineup today?
So June asked about knits for little girl dresses. I think we should look for that because there's a really nice children's corner pattern.
Is there?
It's the
Okay.
knit dress, the Nora.
Okay. So when the
Yeah.
show's over, you and I are gonna go
date.
look at what's in stock.
Yeah.
Because these knits come from Norway. And
Ooh.
so that's why it takes them 6 to 8 weeks to get them over here.
Okay.
Very,
Yeah.
very fancy.
I
knits.
know. But it was the only place that I could find this quality
a
of a
good
knit.
quality.
Yeah, because everything else, I don't want polyester. Polyester knits, they might look good in the beginning, but they pill, right? I
Yeah.
hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're usually too thin.
Yeah, too thin.
Yeah.
And so it's these knits that we like the best. So we're going to go through and pick out some other ones, and then by next week we'll
I
have
have
them.
some to show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but you're going to load them, right,
Yes.
PJ? And then, because them buying it and going to wait lists will tell me how many bolts to order. Because our
Right.
supplier does have these 3 colors. I like this
This is
one.
really a pretty.
Yeah, it's
very
like
deep.
charcoal gray. I like that one.
We said it's light gray, dark gray, blue gray.
Yeah, yes, there you go. And cinnamon
There's
stick.
a theme.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
cinnamon stick.
Now, I already did order 2 more bolts of the cinnamon stick, but they said it was going to be 6 weeks. So, but it's
Okay.
still 6 weeks from now. It'll be mid-September.
Right.
So that'll be plenty of time to make something for
Right.
fall, right?
And
Yeah.
Carol's, yes, you could use flannel for the tunic. The tunic, you could use a batik.
Yeah.
You could
oh, that's
really
right.
use-
You wanted to do it in
Yeah.
boutique.
Yeah.
We'll show boutiques too
Okay.
next week. Okay.
All right.
Too bad. I was over there thinking, and I went, oh, that's right. They're doing the show right now, and that's why I ran over with them.
Breaking news.
So breaking news is that we've got something really, really nice.
We have way nicer breaking news than what you get on the news.
yes. Only watch us. Don't watch the regular news.
It's too depressing.
Yes, it's too depressing. We will bring you breaking news of happiness. Yes, and yes. So okay.
So are we?
Well,
Anything else
so
we want to show?
today we talked about the ruffling foot.
Yes.
And the gathering foot.
And the ruffling foot, we're going to talk more about
The
because
ruffler.
of the ruffling, the ruffler foot.
Uh-huh.
So it's a different. There's the
gathering foot.
versus the ruffling foot.
Right. Uh-huh.
And that's because of the Love to Stitch trunk show that we were showing yesterday.
Right.
So I was
Yes,
looking
and we're
at
going
that.
to show it again
Hello.
tomorrow night, unless you want to show them real quick now. I mean, this is a really versatile foot. So the garment sewers go for this one because it does the pleats along with the gathers.
But I think
So-
that I really honestly think that both of them, because they do a little differently.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then maybe what we should do is make Joni. She's not here, so we can assign her things. But we can make her demo these tomorrow night.
She demoed the gathering foot. She
Yeah.
did not do the ruffle.
Okay, we'll
the
do
ruff-
ruffler tomorrow
Yeah,
night
she
because
did
they
the-
got to
She
see.
did the
Did
the
they
ruffler
see
on
the
here.
placemat? Did these people today see it?
No, we
No.
didn't see
What-
the placemat
Can I
today.
just run get one? Aren't they right
Yeah.
out here?
I didn't see them out there. But
Oh.
if you know where they are,
Oh.
Did they
I'd be
move
glad
them
to
out
see
of
them.
the-
Otherwise, we can. We have a few other things we could show.
Things get lost
But
here.
we'll be back on at 3. We can bring it up then.
Okay.
It's the rate of speed that things happen here.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, I
lose
think they took them
things.
over to the other building because they were working on
Working
the
on the-
kits. Yeah. So tomorrow night, you got to watch tomorrow night. But it is going to be, put it in the bubble
always
anyhow
fun.
because you guys are going to want this once you see our
Oh,
samples.
she does have it. Do you have it? Yeah.
Mhm. The Crush Ruffle collection from We Love to Stitch. They just do the most elegant things. And that would be another way for you to use the ruffler attachment. So it's not only does a ruffle, the gathering, but it does pleats up to like a ½ inch in
Right.
depth, right? So it's really versatile. So, okay. And
the other thing I wanted to do was
now with the
Are we
ruffling
going to
foot.
unbox?
Oh yeah, with the ruffling foot, there is high shank and low shank.
yes.
And so those of you that have high shank machines, which would be the Solaris, Altair, Meridian, Destiny, Journey, Unity. So you're all high shank machines, and the equivalent in Brother, you would get a high shank ruffler. You can buy a low shank ruffler, but then you would have to put that little silver adapter on. So why, who wants to do that?
Just get
So
the
I
foot
would get
that
it's the
works.
same price as the low shank, so might as well get the high shank if you have a high shank machine. So the low shank people would be like soprano, brilliant. How about
Jubilant.
Alissimo? Can you remember?
I think Alissimo's high.
Yeah, I don't remember. So Joni would remember. She remembers everything. How does she remember everything? I don't know. Her mind is a steel trap. Yes. So, but anyhow, I would get, the high shank ruffler unless you're using, let's say, some of the older models like Alissimo and Elegante and everything. Elegante would be
Elegante's low.
low. So we're not positive about
Yeah.
Alissimo. So, but Destiny, Altair, Meridian, and Solaris would all be high shank. So,
Okay.
yeah, we want to
So-
unbox a Jubilant.
Yeah,
Okay.
Joni ran off, but she just got one of these for
Christina,
She
her
sent
daughter.
it.
Yeah, and her daughter wants her to teach her how to hem in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and take in.
Joni can do it.
Joni can do
Joni
it.
can do it.
She can
No
do it.
doubt.
Yeah.
So the
Yes.
Jubilant.
Uh-huh.
Oh, somebody just said Alissimo's high.
Oh, Alissimo is high shank.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Okay. So,
don't lose your adapter. Yes, which tomorrow night,
Yeah.
PJ, we should sell the adapter because a
the
lot of
people that have
people never
misplaced them.
used it, and it got shoved in the back of a drawer. Who knows? I had a lady one time that had. Remember when embroidery machines had cards that were like $150?
Yeah.
She says she distinctly remembers a thud while she was sewing, and then she forgot all about it. And then she went to find her cards. It was a set of 6 cards. She went to find them, couldn't find them, and she said that thud was the thud of them falling into the garbage, and they went out with the garbage.
Oh.
Yes. So, we do lose things. We do. So, especially that adapter, because really nobody knew what to use it. And if you
Right.
don't have the adapter, you for sure don't have that screw that came with it. So tomorrow night we're going to show those. All right. So we get a power cord.
So,
Yay!
you get a power cord. You get a book.
Okay. And look at all the accessories. I'm going to lay them out in front of it
This-
while you two take it out of the box. I'll pull out
Do you
the
want me to help her
accessories.
take it out?
Yeah, help her pull out.
Yeah.
What's the best way to do this?
Probably how about if I move the
I
box?
think
So,
we put it on the
This
side, on the
machine
side,
is
Okay.
a absolutely fabulous machine to give to someone who's learning how to sew. We recommend this machine in the schools because it is so much easier to sew on it than machines that are more mechanical. So we say if your school district can afford a Jubilant, the big thing that you're going to get that makes sewing so much easier, believe it or not, is automatic needle up and down, right?
I would just
So-
lay it flat on
So
the
tons of
There's
accessories
probably
come
another
with
one
it.
down here.
I'm gonna lay them all out. We got a cleaning brush. Oh, I'm not even on the screen
I think
yet.
that this is definitely the machine that when somebody, rather than a mechanical machine, I think this is the machine to start with.
Yeah.
Because it really makes it so much easier for a
does.
beginner.
And like I say, they buy game systems for more than this, right?
True.
And now, how do they buy games now? How do you pay for them?
You download them.
You
I think,
download.
yeah.
Now, do you like how much is a game for like a
Ridiculous.
Xbox?
Like $70.
Yes, see? Oh my gosh. This is way better than a game system. It's way more
It's its own kind of
satisfying.
game.
It's way better. So we got the foot
Okay,
control,
so-
power cord. Here's a dust cover, and there's more. So this is the stitches that are on it goes on top, so you can see them easily. And then I think there's more,
more.
maybe inside the tray.
There are.
Or is there another pouch? Oh, the operating manual. Yeah.
There's another pouch.
Oh, there's
inside.
another pouch.
It
Okay.
does have a. This comes
And do you
off,
have
as
this
can
in the
see.
bubble?
This goes.
So this is the machine Joni recommended for her daughter to learn how to sew. And her daughter really likes to do hand embroidery. And but now she's expressing an interest in sewing.
possibly
So
machine
wow.
embroidery.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this goes with that.
I think she won't go that far yet. She's resisting machine embroidery.
Oh,
we are, but
yeah,
we
you
were
missed it.
talking
Come back
about
over.
Christina getting
Yeah,
one.
I wanted to. I
There's
my
a button
daughter.
sewing foot.
Yeah, my daughter called me and she said she wanted a sewing machine to hammer clothes and maybe take something in, something like that. So I mailed her. I'm going to see her in a week and a half. So I mailed her the machine because I'm flying to her house, and this is the one that I sent to her. And the reason why I sent this one was because it really has it's a nice size. It really has everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. It
Needle
has
up and down, which
yeah, and the needle threader, and if look at all those
yeah, the needle, the
stitches.
automatic needle threader. Press the lever.
Mhm.
Yep.
And it's it's computerized, so it has the power of a computerized sewing machine, and it has, like, if you want a hem, it has a beautiful blind hem
hem.
stitch,
Mhm.
and it has all of
How
your
many
basic
stitches? 80 stitches.
stitch- yeah,
80?
it has basic utility stitches, decorative stitches,
It
quilting
even
stitches.
has the Izod alligator.
Gator,
PJ,
yeah.
can you zoom in on that? And it actually works. That Izod alligator.
Which one's the eyes are?
This right
This
there, right up there in the corner.
Mhm.
Oh, here, overhead probably.
It has-
Overhead. Okay, I'll lay it down.
It has those
Yeah.
little bees too that are so cute.
Yeah. There's bees, but it has the eyes-on alligator, which always dazzles everyone. You're gonna have to show her because
that,
it's kind of
yeah.
hilarious.
I'm really,
isn't it?
I'm really excited
Yeah.
about it. I
Yeah.
bet she's going to have
It
this
does. It has
machine.
every utility
really good
stitch.
utility.
How
And
many
then
different overlock
It
stitches?
has the blanket
3.
stitch in different
Yeah.
variations of the blanket stitch.
Yes, it
12,
does.
13.
Yes, and it has
Yeah.
the like the different variations of satin stitching, like in a diamond shape or like an oval shape. It has it
Oh,
has
right here.
everything.
Okay.
So you've
Yeah.
got utility stitches, decorative stitches, cross stitches,
Mhm.
and I think also the joining and overcasting stitch for both wovens and knits. And
And look at all the buttonholes.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, and,
And
it,
is that the darning stitch? Tommy was asking me about that.
that one
Would
is
that
like
be
a
a
bar
trend?
tack.
Oh, bar tack. But
Yeah.
does it? But anyhow, the darning stitch. He was saying that people are buying vintage clothing.
I think
Oh, okay, and they
And-
want to darn.
And they want to
do?
darn. I said, no, so you're telling me the young people want to remove
Remove
the holes
those.
from their clothing? Yeah.
Yeah, before it used to be in style,
Yes,
right?
now,
And
they're
they're
going
gonna
to seal up those holes. That's a good sign, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
We're moving in the
good
right
sign.
direction.
We are heading in the right
I think,
direction.
I think that this number 5, which I know is a triple stitch, but I think that's what they use for darning.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
lots of, really, it's got a really
This-
nice assortment of
This
stitches.
stitch number 41, which is on a lot of our machines, and people go, well, what would you do with that? The stitch right
Yeah.
here.
Which
So if you're doing like a Dresden
41.
plate
Uh-huh.
and you need to do an applique to
Mhm.
connect them, if you use that stitch, it goes left,
Oh.
right, left, right. It looks
Yeah,
really
so it's
good.
like you butt them up against each
Yeah.
other and it
Mhm.
stitches in between and then left and right.
and it alternates so that it's not right on top. It doesn't
So
look
like
staggered.
she's into hand stitching.
Yeah,
Just
she's
wait,
gonna
take
be
her
so
some
ex-
variegated thread.
Yeah, I will.
It always
Yeah.
dazzles.
That'll fit in your bag.
This
yeah.
one,
yes.
number 40 is great. It's I've
It
heard
looks
people,
like flat lock stitching.
yeah, I've heard people call it the faux cover stitch.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
yeah, that
It's
you
like a
could
faux
hem with
surgeon.
that one on a knit.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of everything. Not even a little bit, a lot of
And
you know
It
of
comes
everything.
with a twin needle, so you can do that.
And then
Yeah.
also there's the blanket stitches right here.
So 3 different blanket
Stitches.
stitches.
You've got
Even
the-
more because there's the Q one right here, 19.
Yeah.
So one. So there's
Uh-huh.
4 different blanket stitches.
And you have 2 blind hems, one woven and one knit.
This is
Yeah.
we sell this a lot to beginner sewers and also sewers that want like a small
smaller
machine that they
machine.
can take with
Yeah. And guess what? They don't come back in to trade it up.
No, they
don't.
don't. They say
Mm-mm.
that
They
they
keep
want to
it.
keep
They
it.
keep
Yeah.
it because it is a nice machine.
Yeah, I'm really excited that she's going to have this.
Yeah,
And
it'll
then
be
so
wonderful.
I'm going to see her at her house on the August 10th, and she wants me to help her hem something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
To take on vacation.
Hey, maybe you'll get more invites down if she wants to learn more. Those like,
Yeah.
could you come again?
Yeah,
It's
so
like, oh,
I-
yes, I will.
I think it's a really, really nice
It is
machine.
a nice machine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Do
For
that.
that,
Do
for
that,
that
beginning-
price range of the, well, you can't do any
It's the
better than
nicest thing to
this.
do for a beginning sewer is to give them to let them
Yeah.
try on a machine that's not going to be frustrating.
And do we ever get these in for
No.
repair?
Mm-mm.
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
no.
Never.
It has needle up and down, so you never turn your hand wheel like you would on a manual machine. So it's really nice, and you can drop the feed teeth if you want. Do
free motion.
Mm-hmm. It's
All
a really,
right.
It's a really nice machine.
Oh, and it.
Oh, and does have an extension table.
It,
Oh,
it
yeah,
has
you
one.
can
It
get one.
doesn't come with it, but
Right.
you can get one.
Okay,
But
is he
it-
putting that one in the bubble right
Yeah.
now? Okay.
Yeah, so
Good
if you
job.
want one, get the extension
Uh-huh.
table, and it threads the top thread and the bobbin thread just like the top of the line. You know.
So learn next week. We have them in stock. We could ship them out right away.
Mhm.
Next week you're going to be doing your Aloha dress, and then and we're going to show you more knits. But I keep turning my head to that. That looks beautiful, doesn't it?
yeah, it does.
It really looks
the
nice.
fabric looks so
Yeah, when I
rich.
found the pattern and and I saw no ribbing, pockets, tunic, psh, that's it.
Sold.
Sold. Yes. Good.
So this is the Jubilant.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So we
Okay.
have a
Fantastic. So
We're good.
We're good.
We're
Yeah,
good.
and we'll
You'll be back
on
at 3.
3:00.
Kathy
Kathy
has.
can
She
come
are they. Wait till you see what they have. You're
yeah.
gonna fall in love
Mhm.
with a new project all over again. You're not gonna believe it. So I'm gonna run back and help them.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And then we're good.
We're
Okay.
good. So
All
we're-
right. So then Kathy and Mary Lou will be on at 3.
Mhm.
Tomorrow at 7 is our favorite things, and lots of favorite things happening. The trunk show and new feet, and
Mhm.
so we'll see you. I will see you next week.
Yes, but I'll
Okay.
be here
PJ will be here every day.
every day, and there's usually just craziness and new great things. So
Okay.
Exactly.
all right,
All right.
Alrighty. Happy sewing.
Bye-bye.
bye bye.